Hi everyone, as you know I haven't painted for a long time now. Well, not that long really, a month or so, maybe more. I'm going to try to do the scene. Now sometimes you've asked me, do I have prepared scenes to, or photographs or whatever, but all these I've done it years ago when I hundreds of paintings. Sometimes I look through them for an idea, but I usually, these are out my head because I've got them there and pretty easy to remember them, because this one for instance I'm thinking of a cottage in a country lane. Well, it's a simple thing, isn't it? I know what the shape the cottage is, etc. So, and I know the shape of the trees and the lane, etc. So all I need to do is just place them in the right position. So the position, what I would we'll put the cottage, say. Just trying to remember the paint colours actually, where they are and what they are. So the cottage I'll put just here, with an outbuilding just at the back of it. I could put another cottage here. Well, not decided. We'll just see how we go on. Now for the cottage, which I know I'm going to place here in this area, so I'll just put a chimney which is built onto the outside of the cottage, say here. I'm not putting it too dark, see, there like that, and I'll just leave it. It's built on the outside of the cottage, isn't it? See, like that. I've got it straight, I think it's okay. Now, what I will do now, I'll bring a little bit of cobalt blue, and I'll add a little bit of a bit of a light red to it. Yeah, that'll be alright. Give me like a dirty purple. You notice that with the cottage, the roof, looking at this end, so I don't need to remember whether there's any whites, because the light will be on this edge here. They're usually a white cottage, aren't they? So there you are. And then I'll just bring this roof down here like this. Can you see? Now can you see it's developing into a cottage that now, isn't it? It's just you try and get used to perspective and you'll manage okay. So this will have the roof to the other side here, the outbuilding type. Just see it like that, see. There we are, coming across. Just something like that. Now that, I'll just leave it like that for a moment. Okay. Now the sides, this side will be a bit darker. We'll have it a little bit darker because we'll have the light coming from the left hand side over here coming across. Okay, so we've got the cottage. It's not, whatever size you do it, doesn't matter too much really. So we'll just take a little bit of a bit of cobalt, and I'll just put a shade in, a light shade in here to this side here. And it's not too dark, just that lightness like that, because by having it light we can add a few things, doors and windows to it without it being too much. This side there will be a shade, can you see? Now I don't want to put it too far. Now the reason I've left it just like this, we'll put some trees coming into it, and we'll have our path coming along the front of it here. Okay, so I'll just bring that path in for you with a little bit of umber. Just give you an idea where this is, where it will be coming. Can you see? It will be coming across the front of the house there and across in this direction like that. Now that's your path, and this is the other side. Now this side we can have a little bit lower, still coming across like this to there. I put this in deliberately a little bit plainer so you can see what I'm doing. Now then, if we want, say we put a few trees at the back carrying across this end here, which brings this road across here, but it will be blocked from view by this this hedgerow which we're going to put here, a hedgerow there and a few trees coming up over the side of the cottage and a few trees at the back. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing. So what if we have an hedgerow here, you can have, see, what I'll do is I'll just put a little cottage farther away like this, say, just using your imagination, say, like that, and one, see what happens when I put one here. We'll just see if it will come into, it will be okay. Now it could be too far, but we might need it a bit nearer. So what we can, I think it would be too near, we'll just bring another cottage without, we'll have it that way, like this, but, and then that, see, we can have it just like that. Now, okay, so now we'll have a cottage just there. We'll just see how things turn out. Now, here we go. I'll bring some sky in at the moment now. Today, it's light here, sun's shining. No sound of any doves, any birds at all for 2 days. There's 2 of these hawks come over for a meal. Every so often, they come from an old church tower further down the road. When they want a meal, they come and they take one of the doves. It's there in the front garden, just the feathers left. Everything else is gone. Okay, now what I'm doing now, I'm going to pick up some blue for a patch of, we'll take a nice patch of blue for the, this is ultramarine, and we'll bring that across here, and we'll form a couple of clouds, see, one there and a larger one here. Don't worry about that coming across. Okay, like that. And the other one, a bit lighter. This time we'll use a bit of cobalt. Cobalt, can you see? It's a lot lighter, cobalt, can you see? Which is, it would be coming towards the here, farther down. It's still making these clouds. Okay, so now I'll take some light red and put it in that, like I've told you before. We'll just put it in to your light red, or a little bit of umber as well, and we'll have a dark cloud with a light edge there coming into that blue. It can even run into it, it's okay, which it does. Okay, and it's here again, like so, touching into that. And you see we're making these dark clouds. This one are going to come across here. Okay, now this will be very light. They're even almost white. Well, they are white clouds, aren't they? But they are dark in places. They're not perfectly white. So that I'm going to make lighten a bit more, see. Like that. Now that'll be okay. Is that okay? There like that. Okay, I forget sometimes I might be crowding you out and you'll not be able to see where I'm going. Is that better? Okay, now a little bit of light red. Just here. Careful, not too much. Wait a minute, the light red's got a little bit dirty. Okay, let's see if we can, that's nearer to it. It's not as dirty and it's very weak. I'll just pull that out off there. Okay, there a bit more. Now coming down here we must have it really light. You can add a little bit of raw sienna to it now. Only a bit, mind. See, that little bit like that, not more than that. Of course it will bleach out on this white paper. It's Barkingford paper, nothing special. This is the Owens and Newton paints. I'm not copying anything here. I'm making this up because I've done so many of these in the past. I have a good idea where everything is going, and I've made sure everything can be perspective, in perspective. When I add these large trees, it'll make them into perspective, and that's what I'm using. I am using perspective. Now I'm picking a bit of burnt umber and adding a little bit of sienna to it, or just doing a bit of sandy, dirty road. You can put a little bit of blue with it if you want, get it a little bit dirtier like that, see, down here in places. But just let it go rough across, don't worry about too much at this stage. Just put it on like this, with a liquid wash, with a bit, like I just told you, a little bit of umber, a little bit of raw sienna, and just put it on like that. Okay, thank you, that's about okay. Okay, so now it's a little bit wet, yeah, I'll just rub it off with my fingers just to dry it off so we can carry on. So we can't in the distance say why it's still a little bit damp, which it is. We can add a few trees in the distance which is in a bluey cast. Say, you know, about this area, just put a little bit of blue there, a little more blue than that, of course. It's not right, is it? That it's not blue enough. There we are. Better put a little bit of some dark red or crimson in that, just to give it a that'll do. Just don't be too fancy, too chocolate boxy. No, that'll do you. Oh, that's enough. Okay. Now I've shown you before when we're doing these sides here. It's only a side movement. Now we'll make this time. We'll use a fair amount of green. So I'm picking up some cad yellow and adding a bit of wait a minute. We'll add some winds of blue. Makes it a nice green. Just a minute. I'll show you what I've done. It's a bit heavy this. See, that's your cad yellow there. I've just put that yellow. See that? That's cad yellow there. I'm getting it dirty now. And there's your. This is Windsor blue. You can see it's like that's a strong blue. See, and you add that to it. Can you see it makes it really dark? Then you pick up some. Say you pick up some of this burnt sienna and you put it with it. Now that's gone too far altogether. It's gone bad. So what we'll do? Go back to our yellow. You see your green's coming back. Add a little bit of your Windsor. It'll come back. Well, a little bit of your Windsor, sorry. Can you see there's your dark green? Okay. So I'm just showing you this. It's really stopping me from mixing properly. But you need to know these things, don't you? So don't worry. Here we go. So we'll keep it on. I'll lighten that up a little bit more. And then we will have a bit of true green. Now let's see. Is it dry enough yet? I don't know. Let's just see if it's dry enough for this area. Don't think it is really, but still. Well, it's pretty greeny that. Yeah, we've got away with that. Okay. Now I'm sideways in the brush. Funny enough, you don't forget these things even if you leave it for 2 months like I've done. You know, you still get that. You still remember these things, don't you? Even after all this time. Now I'm bringing this high because I'm thinking about coming down. You know, it's perspective. Remember what I've been telling you. Perspective. These are the tops of your trees coming down. Now, here, see, coming to here. The trees have gone smaller. Can you see there now? It's gone there like that. And then we're going to come across with that there. Wait a minute, let's go there, we'll put that like that. Now that, we've gone pretty far there now like that. Downwards, haven't we, to this area. Now let's pick up some burnt umber. Put it with your green, don't be worried. And let's add put some burnt sienna there. Have it a bit on the warm, a wintry bushes down at this end with a bit of a contrast from that green there. Okay, so you get your umber. If you want, add a little bit of blue to that, make it really dark if you like. A little bit of Windsor, and that'll get you, just to get it round this area so dark like that. This area that. Okay, now this, you bring it up here, they're thinking about you coming down again. Okay, now this area just here, let's think about putting a grass verge here, like this. And then again, coming wider as it comes towards you here, like this. Okay, now that gives you more interest. Okay, so now just have to bring this up here just to show that it's behind there. I've got a little bit of dark brown and a little bit of to that all the green we use, and just darken it so that it'll cut. It makes you you go up to that edge of that there. Covering that, we'll have a little bit of a break there for a few trees in there. And I'll tell you what, make it a bit interesting on this side. See, we put a few trees there, like that. Now this is a bit different, isn't it? It's bringing me back to wanting paint again after this, not wanting to be away so long, not even picking a brush up, and yeah, I'm still doing it, I don't know. It brings you the interest back, doesn't it? Now this is, we'll have this slanting down to there in a bit of green, like this. We keep the brush marks, try and go in that direction. Coming higher here because it's coming nearer to you, don't forget. Like this, isn't it? There. Okay. And now we'll go over to this side. Now this it won't be quite as high because it's especially just here. We'll just have a few, just that there, covering that area again. There. That's okay there. Just like that. Just leave that like that, and we'll come just to here. You see, you have to imagine you're walking down this lane and where things are. I'm placing where I think I'd love to see trees growing and where I would have them if it was my cottage. Okay. Don't want to bore you, want to keep it moving all the time so that will keep your interest going. There we are. Now that will do for a minute. And now we'll bring this same as this side here. We've got it on a we've got this coming, it's dark up, just under there would be a bit darker. Now it's loose, remember, so don't overdo it. Don't need to overdo these things. With even this, what I'm doing. Okay. Right on there then. What I'm going to do here is just put a bit of lightness. A bit of light, just here. And I'm not going to overdo it again, I'm going to splash it on really. Like that. If you start, you know what I've told you before about putting every detail in. It'll start your eye looking for it. Let's not bother about letting our eye look for things. Let our mind place these things there. Okay. It's a little bit, we must keep everything on the same type colour of greens if we can. Remember that. Okay. Now then. Okay. Now let that settle a little bit. Now then, I take up some brown and some Payne's Green Back, and I start with a really dark colour, and let's just outline these things a bit. Just an outline. I won't do anything, just an outline for the time being. And I'm still shaking a bit, so I try and hold myself a minute. Oh God, blimey. Oh my. You'll have to do it. I can't do it level. Just a waste of time if I can't do it level. Oh. Sorry, I just can't. Oh, I just can't. Oh my. Anyway, you'll have to, sorry about it, but very sorry. Oh my God, man. Just have to bear with me. I'll leave you to do a lot of this work yourselves. You can do that, can't you? You'll have to bear with me. I just can't. Just can't. Can't manage it really. Just have to try and bear with me. Okay. Now, a bit of a cloud shadow. Oh God, blimey. Sorry, I'm getting with the shakes now, sorry. Oh my, oh God, blimey. Oh God, sorry. Oh well. Oh. God, blimey. Oh my. Oh. Oh, I can't do any more, I'm sorry. I'll have to leave it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, blimey. Oh. It's about the best I can do for you. I'm so sorry. So sorry, I can't carry on like this. Thanks for looking in. See how I go on in another week or two, see if I pick up any better. Bye.